is Saturday morning. I'm waiting on Race Day Live to come on the shop TV. Today, I'm going to see how productive I can be, and I'm not going to film much of anything. And let's just see what all I can get fixed. I will fill you in after the fact of what we can get done. How cool would it be if I had the gas dialed in? I've actually never made a video riding that three-wheeler. Finished the Cannondale. Motor swap. Dean Sundhal number 2. Replaced the radiator hose on number 1. Then we can just get back to ripping. All right, here's a little before. Pulling out the 535 Big Cheetah. Engine is seized. I can turn it over with a breaker bar, but it's a little stiff. But I'm just going to put this stock engine in, and we'll see what pipes. I haven't decided yet. But we'll have a stockish motor and a Dean Sundhal chassis coming right up.
Non sollecita su descubrir. Prefiero realmente luchar. Soy muy en el mundo del.
All right, so we got this one fired up, but it had a hole in the radiator. Took that and had it welded up. Pop it in and see if we can't get this baby dialed in. Picked up a clutch cover gasket while I was out. So this is a Cub drag motor we're going to throw together, and not sure what chassis I want to put it in yet, but it's on alcohol. Gotta build the carbs, some trick bowls for them, but hopefully I'd like to have that ready next time we go to the dunes and have something we can play on the drag strip with. So I don't know where we ended on the last video, but I got the Cannondale motor installed, everything buttoned up, started adding fluids, and went to turn the key on, and the fuel rail, it's kind of like a Y on here. There's 2 injectors, and it starts squirting fuel everywhere. So it got put in timeout. I really don't want to take it all back apart just to probably replace an O-ring or something, but if you see, stuff is just buried in there. So it's kind of a nightmare. Anyhow, one day I'll be bored again and we'll finish it up. Bonus feature, I bought this GSX 8S. Been dropped, just needed a few little parts. They came in, we're gonna get those swapped out, and this will be a pretty nice little bike. Bird bought a KTM, I don't know, it was a 790 or 890. So we wanted to try some middleweight bikes out to play around on. You never know. I've ridden it down the street, it was pretty fun, but not a powerhouse, but I know these with a pipe on them sound amazing. So that was part of the factor, and it's comfortable. So yeah, give it a try. All right, got everything swapped out. Looks nice. Lever bar in. Take it for a little test run. All right, that was kind of funny. I hopped on to take off, and I forgot the peg. So we're gonna have to put that on there. fingers crossed. I've been on the phone with my buddy that dynos for a living, and hopefully, I think we got it figured out. But all right, take 365. What it's doing, but it doesn't seem right. Definitely not making 2,800 horsepower. Every time I mess with that dyno, I get frustrated. I'm gonna just have to get somebody that knows what they're doing to come show me how to set it up. There's so many different variables, and I'm just guessing. Let's do something we can finish, surely. Obviously, it's backfiring and whatnot. Get that sorted. At least it's running. I want to check real quick on the quest for 100 miles an hour. I think that just looks like a 14. I know I've got a 16 we can throw on there. Hopefully the chain has enough adjustment to accept a bigger sprocket. And we'll throw the PVR pipes on there that let it rev a little higher. I think we can get close. All right, guys, project 100 miles an hour is ready for its first test. We've got the 16-tooth front sprocket installed, the high rev and PVR pipes. Sad I don't even know the model of those because they don't list it. The ones over there say SS Fury. It might be Assassins. Who knows? But anyways, these rev to the moon with Betty White. We'll see. It's first time trying them on this 4-mil serval. So I feel like we're going to get in the 90s, but might be a little shy of the 100. These short tires, but you can always come back and swap those out. I would have liked to have tried a 17-tooth, but I didn't have one on hand, so just going to roll with that. And baseline was 72, which was kind of low. With the short tires, 14-tooth front sprocket, and T5s, like 72 was tapped out, which it felt slower than that, honestly, but we shall see. Behind me. All right, guys, so like I assumed, 100 is harder than it looks. I think we got 91 out of this setup, if I recall. That's what the dash said. Front fenders might get us 1 or 2 miles an hour taking those off, but I still felt like we ran out of gearing. So I think the easiest way is either bigger sprocket or some bigger rear tires. But for the first real test, I'm pretty pleased. 91 means I think 100's possible. Now everybody's cousins ATC 250R did 100 from the factory. GPS on it, like I said, you've got to do some digging to get there, but I think we've got the power. It's just getting the right setup, and we'll be back.